Okay, well, that's correct what you said. Very well. But you see the expression is on my feet, on her feet, on their feet. That is the expression. It's like, well, I had to go on foot. You know, when we go walking, well, we'll be a pie, right? On foot. On foot. So in this case, we said on my feet, right? The same, parados, on my feet all day. Parada todo el día. So no stand up, okay, but on my feet. So those are the expressions that we have. Again, with the pronunciation that we can join, that I love to practice link words. So here we have, now tell me, you're gonna help me, guys, in which part of this conversation we can link sounds. Let's start here by the one that we have at Derek. Can we join any sound there? Can we join any sound? Can we join any sound here? Link a sound? Help me, please.
Maybe work at.
Correct. Work at. I work at Stella's Cafe downtown. Downtown. Good. Okay, let's continue. Where else? Here, right? How do you like it? How do you like it? What else? Here. Can you help me with the pronunciation? I volunteer to help me with the pronunciation.
Work at.
Okay, work at. Yes. But can you help me to pronounce this part? Please.
But is it?
But is it? But is it? But is it? But is it? But is it? But is it difficult? Okay. Or we can say, but is it? But it sounds a little more like that, right? So more step by step. So we can say, but is it difficult? Okay. And finally, here, I love it. It's like it, love it. Those are the most common. But as we do like it, love it, we can do many, many other link sounds. Okay, so it's good to focus on that and try to do it. Well, and that is the vocabulary, the expressions. Remember, how do you like it? And the other was, what do you do? That is very familiar for you. And that's it, I think. Okay, so let's practice this conversation. Try to do it with the link sounds. Okay, linking sounds, please. I'm gonna share the conversation so you can practice with your classmates. Okay, there you have your classmate.
A friend, he invited me for this Thursday, but he will come and 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. I saw I get, but don't think uh, uh, the last time in one class you I can hear you uh, you say go to the gym in Millennium.
No, I go to the gym. I go to the gym at the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
And excuse me, when you mentioned, I was listening to you, Henry, when you mentioned the time, he goes at 6, at. Remember that before the time at 6.
Okay.
And he invite, if it is in present, he invites me. If it is in past, he invited me.
Invited.
If you were talking in past, I don't know if you were talking in present or in past, but I think it was in
In
past.
past. In past.
Yeah, so
I think that's
invited
it.
me. So a couple of things, right? That we have to focus, we have to concentrate.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so excuse me, Miguel, to interrupt you. So in the morning, you go to the gym in the morning.
Yes, in the morning at 4:30 a.m.
Ah, 4:30. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And
It's a sacrifice for
is it
for her.
open?
Yes.
What
Yes.
time do they open?
At 4:30.
At 4.
Yes.
My
A lot
goodness.
of people go there at that time.
Well, I didn't have idea. I thought that the first hour was 5, but no
No,
4. Where
they
is it?
open at
Where
4.
is it? In what city?
In Millennium Plaza, Smart Fit.
Smart fit, etc.
Okay. Where is Millennium Plus? Excuse me.
In Galerías, the next to
Galerías.
Galerías.
Ah, next to
From
Galerías. Ah, in front of.
In
Oh,
front of,
no. In
yeah,
front of. Ah,
in front.
okay. In front of. Ah, yeah, got it, got it. Ah, okay, well, that is a good data. Okay, but I don't think it would be possible for me to go to that time. Not to that
in the
time.
um,
Henry, do you have the conversation in the chat, in WhatsApp?
Or you can share it, Miguel. If you have it, I don't know if you can share it now.
Uh,
I
how?
mean,
okay.
share it here, right here.
Uh, do you have it, Henry?
Okay. Yes, I have it.
Yes. So,
I got
Okay.
it.
okay. Start. You are
Are
Amy.
you Amy or
Okay.
are you Derek?
Start. You
Okay.
first.
What do you do, Derek?
And work part-time as server.
Oh, really? What restaurant do you work at? When work at?
I work at Stella's Cafe downtown.
That's cool. How do you like it?
It's okay. I'm on my feet all day, so I'm always tired. What do you do?
I'm dancer.
A dancer. How exciting.
Yeah, this is great. I work with incredible people.
That sounds really nice, but is it difficult?
A little. I am on my feet all day too, but I love it.
Okay, very good. Sounds good, Henry. Okay, now you're pronouncing good this conversation. Okay, so it's not demanding. Remember, guys, it's not demanding, but it's good to say I work at Stella's Cafe. Okay, it's not that it's incorrect if I said I work at. It's not incorrect, but sounds more natural if we join sounds. Okay,
Sounds better. Work out.
sounds more natural. Correct. Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna
let's.
start now. I'm gonna start now, Henry. I'm gonna first. What do you do, Henry?
I guess you're done, right, young ladies?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but did you talk about your plans for weekend? No?
No.
No. Okay, well, you should spend time speaking, but in English, okay? But in English. Talk about anything, but in English.
Okay.
Talk about your future wedding, ladies.
No.
No,
No.
no way.
Maybe Claudia's wedding.
Maybe Claudia's wedding?
No, not yet.
Not yet, right? Not in plans. Not in plans. I don't know why, but I suppose you look like those ladies who won't get married soon. I mean, it's because you don't like it, right? Let me tell you that. Okay, it's not because you don't, but because you can't. And it's because I think that you don't want to get married soon. Okay, what time? Do you think that, I mean, are part of your plans? Future plans to get married, or you're the kind of person who said, no, I'm not interested in that situation. I will be free. I have a free spirit.
Actually, right now, I don't think about it.
You don't think about it. You don't even
I just
consider.
live.
I just live. Okay, I just enjoy my life. And you, Claudia?
Yes, we have talked about it, but it's not like we are hurried for that.
Okay, just consider someday.
Yes.
Are we invited?
Pardon, excuse me. I didn't hear
Are
it.
we invited?
Ah. Claudia said,
I think so.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't convince us, right, Sandra?
At all.
Well, you're just trying to be polite. Obviously, we can feel it, Claudia. You're just trying to be polite. You won't invite us.
I already bought my ticket.
Okay. I already bought your tickets. Okay. Okay. Excellent. So
Okay.
now you have to.
Yes.
You have to, Claudia.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the main
Okay.
room. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed your conversation. Remember, my dear people, to talk, right? To talk about anything. I was saying to the other young ladies, please talk about anything but in English. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you already did the conversation, if you switch, and no, continue talking, because sometimes I go to some breakout rooms in silence and okay, hi, hello, anybody around? Yes, finish. Okay, and they keep silence. No, continue talking, knowing your classmate talking, and if you already know that person, well, try to speak in the language, okay? Well, so now we're gonna take some time to talk about a little bit of a structure, a specific structure. Just to remember, I think, but if you don't remember this part, please let me know so I can do it slowly or I can repeat any specific information. Because here we have the simple present. The only because you suppose already studied the simple present forms. The only difference is that we are adding WH words. And what are the WH words? WH questions. This one, right? What, where, how, who, how, I already said. Okay, when. And what is the difference between the use of a WH question and no WH question? What is the difference? If you add a WH word to your question, what's the difference? Well, the difference is the answer. Because when we add and we use WH words, we are asking for specific information, no general, no short answers. When we use a WH word or a WH question, we can't answer yes or no. We need to give a full or a specific. You can see here, what do they do? Where do you work? If I omit, do you work? Yes, I do. And that's it. That's it. If the person doesn't want to talk, well, that's all. That's the whole conversation. Yes, I do. So it's good to add WH word if you have the intention to do a, let's say, more complete conversation. Or if you want to give the person the opportunity to talk, to speak more. Okay, so where do you work? I work at, remember that when we talk about the place that we work, is good the preposition at. Okay, I work at. Or I work at a. I work at a restaurant. We can even join here. I work at a. See? You can say I work at a, I work at a, or you can say I work at a, I work at a. Okay, sometimes we can join even 3 words. Work, at, and a. Or if you want just to at a, or work at a. If you listen, work at a restaurant. Sounds strange, right? I work at a restaurant. It's like, okay. So that's what is better to use the link sounds. Sometimes they are even necessary, like in this case. Okay, sounds definitely better. We need it. I work at a restaurant. At least I work at a restaurant. The first I work at, and you can separate. I work at a restaurant, or I work at a restaurant. But I work at a restaurant, I don't think it's an option. And there you can see the importance, okay, the importance of link sounds. And the next, where do you go to school? I go to University of Texas. Do you go to school? Yes, I do. No, but where specifically? What does Amy do? She's a dancer. It's impossible in any of these questions to say, yes, I do. Yes, she does. Make no sense. Make no sense, right? So where does she work? She works at a dance company. You see? And she travels too. How does she like it? Opinion. How does she like it? She loves it. Loves it. You see the difference here? Love it without S.
Loves it.
But in this case, loves it. Because we
Loves
have to include the change for third person in present. Loves. So in the sound, in the pronunciation sounds different. Loves it. It's not the same love it that loves it. Right? Sounds very different. Okay? So that's what we have, and that's the difference and the advantage of using a WH word and no WH word. No WH word questions or no WH questions, direct, yes and no, short answers. Okay? WH questions, a better conversation. Okay? But as you can see, we are just adding here. We're just adding the WH word, but the structure of the question is the same. No changes in the structure. Do you work? Does Amy do? The structure is the same. We just add the WH word. Remember, do is for I, you, we, they. And that's for he, she, and it. In this case, it's present. Present simple or simple present like verb to be. But remember that just verb to be goes at the beginning if you want to ask. Just verb to be takes not if you want to use a negative. The rest of verbs are mortals, right? So the rest of verbs are not a blue blood, you know, so they're like the rest of people. No, they're the rest, so they're not special, so they need help. They need an indicator to do a question. Do you? Does she? Does your father? Does your friend study? Does your friend work? No translation. No translation in Spanish. It's just an indicator that we have a question. Just an indicator. Okay, just for remembering the structure of a question in present, in simple present. That is different from the exclusive verb to be. Because in this case, we can send the verb at the beginning, right? Work you hard? No, sounds really strange, really weird. In this case, we need the indicator to make a question. That is the difference between verb to be and the rest of verbs. Okay? Because we were working with verb to be simple present. And this is simple present too? Yes. But they work in a different way, that verb to be. They need this help, this indicator to do question. Okay? And remember that in present, simple present, singular, we need to change the verb. Works, travels, loves, and look at here, just to remember this part. Here we have some of the rules. Most of the time we just add S, right? But look at this just to remember. If we have a Y at the end, we omit, we drop. We omit the Y and we add I. And after that, we add ES. But if we have the Y before a consonant, because if I have a Y before a vowel like play, I won't change the Y by I. I just add S because I have a vowel before the Y. And in this case, I have a consonant before the Y. Here, a consonant before the Y. That's the difference. Even though, okay, even though we have Y at the end and Y at the end, but in a different situation, with a vowel before or with a consonant before. Okay. The other rule is when the verb ends in CH. What other letters? You have to add ES. CH and what other letters? Do you remember? This is the third rule, let's say. The general S. The one that we have Y at the end before a consonant, and we have a consonant before, we change. Studies. And the third rule, we add ES. What are the endings to add ES? Additional to CH, what are the other endings? Don't you remember? Hey, I can't believe it.
SH.
SH. Please help Sandra. CH, SH. What else? X, like in fix. My dad fixes everything. Fixes. Okay. My mom teaches languages. Teaches. She washes the dishes every night. She washes. Another can be she misses him a lot. She misses him a lot because it's double S at the end, right? Miss, like the young lady, Miss, like Miss Universe, but in this case it's a verb, miss. It's a verb. So she misses him a lot, okay? Misses him a lot. Lo extraña mucho. Okay, so you see those are the letters. Can be SS or just an S, CH, SH, Z, but I don't, Z2, but I don't remember in this moment any verb ending with Z. But that is another letter. Okay, so those are the letters in which we add CEES, NOES, does. The pronunciation is does, remember. Goes. And this is that is a regular verb, no halves. No, right? We don't add S. According to the rules, it doesn't end in Y, it doesn't end in CH, in O. So it's supposed, if it would be a regular verb, it's supposed to add as, right? Halves, but it doesn't exist. We have a specific that is has. And those are the rules for simple present that we're gonna use tomorrow in the practice. Okay, we're gonna do some practices. So I hope that you apply these rules. When you tell me what I'm gonna ask you, please don't forget to say works, takes, teaches, does, goes. okay? Studies, stays, loves, lives, when we talk about a he or a she. Okay, so those are the rules that we need to remember for tomorrow. She works, okay? That is the explanation for today, but tomorrow we're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna put it into practice. Okay, so you see the difference here. She's, this is verb to be, right? She's a dancer. So is she a dancer? But works she? No, right? Does she work? We can compare the different structure of this specific verb to be, and the rest of verbs. And for the negative, what do you remember for the negatives? We use the same, right? Do, not, don't. Okay, so they always need help to do a negative. ¿Y quién es el ayudante siempre? El do. So, el do takes, do not, la forma negativa. Don't. And for third person, does. Bueno, él toma la forma negativa. Doesn't. Doesn't. So you see, it's different. Because in this case, we need someone. Necesito a alguien que tome la responsabilidad de negativo. El indicar que es pregunta. In verb to be case, with the verb to be takes, right, the negative. Isn't, aren't, I'm not. Él lo toma directo. But the rest of verbs, we won't say work not, go not, study not. No se puede with the rest of verbs. It's the same tense, simple present. But as you can see, the structures are different. Some people get confused with this. Okay, le quieren poner el isn't para decir que no. Le quieren, no sé. They mix. But no, we have to separate them. It's the same simple present, but we need to separate them because they work in a different way. Their structures are different. No importa que sea al mismo tiempo. Okay, so in this case, they need indicators. Y para decir que no necesito ponerle todo eso, ¿sí? Doesn't es un simple no en español. She doesn't work with me. She doesn't work in my company. Because this do and does indicates two things. Me indican que están en pregunta. Puede ser en pregunta. Y me indica que está en presente y en negativo. Okay, that is a question in present. And that is a negative form in present. So these indicators help to tell us, to indicate two things, the tense and the form. Tense and form, okay? Is this a question or is negative? And it's the same for the rest of tenses. Did indicates that is in past and is a question. Didn't, that is in past in a negative form. So it's easy, a piece of cake. English is a piece of cake because we just need an indicator to know the tense and the form. And that's the same for all the different tenses: present perfect continuous, simple past, simple future, simple present. All of them work in the same way. Okay, if you understand the way that English work, no confusion, okay, will be easy, because it's a very friendly structure in English. Okay, so we're gonna work tomorrow practicing this information, doing questions, answering, okay, giving information, etc. Applying this this structure that I explained today. Okay, so hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for your attendance, and it's been a pleasure, like every night.
See you tomorrow.
Night.
See
Good
you.
night.
Good
Night.
night. Night. Thanks to you.